Living your human design can be tricky sometimes because we get caught up in all of the shoulds and the should nots. I should be launching this right now. I should be building this right now. I should be doing more reels. You can end up pushing through energy that you don't have to do things you don't even really need to be doing in your business. And we know how that plays out, right? We don't end up with magical things in our business when we push through energy we don't have. I believe this is one of the reasons a lot of launches flop. And that's what we're going to be talking about today on Unjaded.
Welcome to Unjaded.
I'm your host, Vickie Dickson.
This is a podcast with a human design spin on building the life, the relationships, and the business that you were made for.
Let's dive in.
No matter what your human design type is, there's at least one element of right timing in it, and you may have several, which makes it kind of magical when you're on and kind of hellish when you're not. It can feel like you're walking through quicksand when your energy is not on. And I don't mean just energy as we think of compared to, I'm exhausted, I'm tired out, I'm worn out, or I'm energized. I don't mean that. This is a different kind of energy. And as you get into living your human design, you begin to start to be able to work with this sense of right timing, and you begin to be able to feel it in your body. That's what I'm going to invite you to do today. So I'm sure that you felt before when it's time to do a launch, you know that you have all the things to do, right? You write all the emails, or you have to write all the emails and you feel pressure about them, but there's emails to write and there's social media posts to create and there's videos to make and there's so many things. And then by the time the cart opens, you're either so sick of the launch already that your energy isn't in it at all. This is what happens to me as a manifesting generator because I'm no longer in response to things. Or you're worn out from doing all of that content creation that you just have no physical energy for the launch when you need to be most in it. And that is the way that I used to actually launch my offers. I'm kind of ashamed to say it now. I remember complaining to this VA firm that I had hired that launching wasn't fun and that by the time I got into the launch, I was over it. As a manifesting generator, I was ready to be doing something different. And had I known then about how response works, I would have known. Like how I do my launches now is that I am so in them because I'm always responding to things that are happening. And I'm doing polls maybe in my stories and I'm asking questions and I'm doing live trainings and I'm having fun in my launch. And as a generator type, that's really, really important for me. The worst thing for me to do, the worst thing for you to do if you're a generator type is to have everything planned out in advance. Yes, we need the skeleton there. I'm always going to promote having the skeleton there so that if the energy isn't there for it, or if you get called away for some reason, or whatever the case may be, you know that you're not going to have to panic that something's not in place. But you want to be able to give yourself the gift of being in response. So I knew something had to change in my launches, but I didn't know what that was until I discovered human design. And to be honest with you, I actually thought that that's just how launches were. I heard a lot of people talking about how exhausting launches were. I heard a lot of people talking about how their launches would flop or how, they wanted to have 20 people in and they got 5 people in. And so they would launch over and over and over again, trying to make the income that they needed to make in their business. So I'm going to walk you through what I'm experiencing now as I prepare to launch the Content by Design course so that you can take the lessons from it as we go along, okay? I so wish that you were here with me in the room so that we could chat back and forth, but I'll just stay in your earbuds instead. So my own human design is highly mutative. What that means is that the energy is not there, not there, not there, not there, and then boom, it's on. So if you're familiar with human design, you may think that this is about the root pulse. And it can be about the root pulse, right? I have a defined root center. So if your root center is colored in, that's the bottom center on your human design chart. If that's colored in, then you have a defined root. And your root naturally operates in a pulse. The energy pulses on and off. This is one of the ways that you're able to really easily, most of the time, you're designed actually to manage stress very easily. You're designed to have an innate system of handling stress within your body. It's where adrenaline pressure lives in the body. So that's one of the places where this energy pulses on and off in my own design and maybe in yours. But it also lives in my circuitry. So think of your human design circuitry as the circuit board that everything, your entire design is laid out on this circuit board, just like a circuit board would be in your home or an electric panel would be in your home. And that's how you do everything that you do. And you may have circuitry in your design that is also mutative. I have mutative circuitry in my design, which means that there are things that just are not there until they're there. And life and society doesn't honor this in us. I know that you feel that. I know that if you have this type of energy in your design as well, you have felt many times like there was something wrong with you because you just couldn't make it happen, or you slogged through and really burned yourself out trying to make it happen. And then there are other times when you just can get 10 times work done as anyone else in the same amount of time, just effortlessly. And that's because of this pulsing on and off. There's a pulse that goes, there's many pulses, but there's a pulse that goes on and off in your body for your creativity. So right now, I'm creative in a lot of areas of my business. I am getting tons done. I'm launching a second podcast with Bodygraph Chart. If you're a human design practitioner listening, you want to follow along with that. It's the Pulse on Human Design, and it's launching in September. And what that means for me is that I'm writing and recording more than double the amount of content. So we have 10 episodes ready to launch on launch day, and then weekly episodes after that. And it's a breeze because my energy is there for it. But the launch, my energy is not there for it. And it has nothing to do with the Content by Design course. I love that course. I love that course. It's the best thing I've ever created. But I know that the timing isn't right, and I have to honor that. So I had originally planned to do another workshop week and a challenge in the month of August. And that may still happen. As I'm recording this, I think it's about the 5th of August. So that may still happen. And I know that when it does, it's just going to be whoosh. And my whole team's going to be going, oh, sweet Jesus, here she goes again. Why does she do this to us? Which is why I have to have the right team in place too, because my team has to honor that this is how my body creates.
It's coming. If you're tired of being a slave to the algorithm and you're really ready to claim your place in the online space, then this message is for you. I'm getting ready to launch another live round of the Content by Design course, where you learn to leverage your human design so that you can create content that draws your ideal clients to you with ease, without feeling yucky or salesy, and definitely without being a slave to the algorithm. We work on blog posts and email sequences and podcast episodes and social media posts and all of the things, because no matter what you're creating, it needs to come from who you are here to be, what you're here to say, how you're here to say it, and who you're here to say it to. Get on the wait list. The link is in the show notes for you.
Right now, inside of my body, it feels like I'm waiting for something, but I don't know what I'm waiting for. I know my human design and I know that it will pulse on. And that's a real interesting game of how much can I trust myself? How much can I trust that this has come on for 52 years? How much can I trust that it will come on again? Because we start to think that, oh my God, what if I'm done? What if I'm all washed up? What if I don't have it in me anymore? What if I never want to launch this again? But that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. When we trust in right timing, we really can be more magical. And in this place of waiting, whatever kind of waiting you have in your design, it can be tempting to distract ourselves. One of the ways we can do this is just by keeping on pushing on. Just keep pushing through on that launch or that offer and make it happen. And you know how that works out, right? You know that that's when you get the crickets on your posts. You know that that's when nobody's watching your videos. You know that that's when you're watching that cart open and you're going, oh my God, why is nobody buying? And then you become so attached. I'm speaking from experience, okay? I'm preaching to the choir here. But you become so attached. We become so attached to the outcome of the launch that it just takes on a whole other energy and people are not going to respond to that. That's been my experience anyway. Another way that we can distract ourselves is that we think it's about the offer. So I could be right now thinking, oh my God, Content by Design isn't where it's at for me. I shouldn't be launching this anymore. I need to create something else. Okay, you don't have to put your hand up because I know you're probably walking in the park or you're driving, but really, how many times have you been guilty of this? Creating another offer. I have offers stacked in the back end of my business and I don't do anything with them because they're not the right offer. Content by Design is the thing that I am pumped to offer every single time I sell it. But we think that there must be something wrong there and maybe we should be creating something else. So that's just a distraction in your business. And the other thing is just wasting time being distracted by shiny things, trying new apps, trying new systems, scrolling on social media, trying to get inspired, sitting there going, oh my God, if I could just get my energy going. And it's like we're searching for something outside of ourselves to light us up. And the magic is never on the outside. It's always on the inside. So when you start to understand and play with this energy and feel it in your body, this is what human design asks us to do, okay? We're not meant to be in our minds. We're meant to be in our bodies. And here, your human design is asking you to come into your body and feel what it feels like to wait so that you can feel when that pulse comes back on. And then you understand that it's a switch and it's just going to be back on and it's going to be magical. We are asked to be with ourselves and to work with our energy. That's our creative energy as well as our physical energy. And I'll tell you what, when the pulse does come on, it's like your whole system is ignited and ready for the task at hand. So what am I doing now while I'm waiting for this right timing for the Content by Design launch? I'm going where I'm being drawn to in my business and my life. That is very, very important as a generator type, is that we go where our sacral is leading us to. The universe wants to conspire with you. If you are, well, everyone, but generators and manifesting generators, we don't need to look for things to respond to. Literally, the universe will guide us. And I know that that sounds woo-woo, but I'm telling you, you can trust it in your life. When you go where you're drawn to go, your creativity will flow so much better. One of the things that I'm doing in my business is going back through all of my email sequences to edit the content and to put timers on them with deadline funnels for specific offers in those emails. This is something that has needed to be done in my business for probably 6 or 8 months. And I just kept putting it off, and I would be adding to emails and they seemed like they're piecemeal together. And I would be so embarrassed when people would go through it. I'd be like, oh my God, I got to fix these welcome sequences. So this is all being done right now in my business. And I didn't know I was going to do that in August. I thought I was going to be launching in August, but here we are. I'm opening up more spaces for readings because I absolutely love human design readings. And as many times as I'm told they won't scale, I really don't care because I love, love, love to be in the room doing a human design reading. I have one space left in August. Just a shameless plug here. One space left in August. I opened up 5 spaces for readings, extra readings, and I have one space left. So if you want to grab your own human design reading, August is a powerful time to do it because in September, the goals that you commit yourself to, you're more likely to stick to them than the goals you commit yourself to in January in your business. So if you've got some things that you want to get done in your business and you really want to align with your human design, go in and grab that spot for a reading. I'll make sure it's linked in the show notes for you. Another thing that I'm doing is spending more time with friends. I have 2 friends coming for 2 separate weeks to the cottage, and we are going to go and do whatever the heck we want to do. And my pulse may come on to start that launch when one of my friends is here, and that's going to be okay because I'm a 4:30 in the morning girl. So I can get up and have my work done before a friend even gets up. But I'm allowing myself to just be with them while they're here and understanding that that too will serve to bring the creativity out of me. And then finally, I think what all of this is saying is that I'm allowing myself to be in flow. So that's really important no matter what your human design, but if you have right-facing variables, so the arrows at the top of your head center in your human design chart, if they face right, or if some of them face right, the more right-facing variables you have, the more flow you need in your design. I'm a quad right, so all 4 of my arrows point right. It is very important for me to be in flow and not to push through. And I'm going to tell you that it's very important for you to be in flow as well and not push through energy that you don't have. So where can you be a little more trusting in your business? What area of your business requires a little more trust from you? It could be in content creation. It could be rather than sitting down at your laptop and banging your head against a wall trying to come up with social media posts, just taking a pause and letting it be off and coming back to it when the timing is right for it. It could be creating your next course or offer. Instead of creating a course that you don't even know if anyone's going to buy, why not get in flow in your business? Why not be in relationship with your audience and see what actually they are wanting and respond to that, or be invited into that, or initiate so that you can have the impact on them that you need to have? Maybe it's building your next launch. Maybe you too have been in this place where you have pushed through and you get to the launch, the cart open, and you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this for another day. If that's ever happened to you, try aligning with the nooks and crannies in your design. This is going way beyond your human design type. Yes, you're considering your type, but you're looking deeper than that. And look at how you're actually designed to work. And then let yourself be in that flow. Let it be easy. Bring ease into your business. All of us have at least one sense of right timing in our designs. All of us. And most of us have more than one way that we feel right timing. So this is my invitation to you to get really present with yourself. Get really present with what it feels like to wait and with what it feels like to be doing things in the right time for doing them in your business. I guess you better stay tuned for Content by Design as well. I don't even know when it's launching next, but I am excited because I know that it's coming soon. And I'll pop the link in the show notes for you to get on the wait list so that you can be the first to know. It'll be me, then my team, and then you that finds out if you're on that wait list. When the doors open, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do some sort of a live event, whether it's a challenge or master classes or a workshop week on the podcast. I don't know yet, but I'm going to trust that it's going to be magical, and I'm going to ask you to trust that it's going to be magical too. Until next time.